Welcome back to Front of Stage, this time with Mando Diao. Hey.
Hey.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good. I've been outside Vienna all day.
Yeah.
You've been inside.
I've been inside Vienna.
I love Vienna. I think it's a fantastic city. We've been here every year for 20 years, so I guess the whole band loves Vienna.
Yeah.
What was your first gig in Vienna? Can you remember it?
Yeah, it was a place by the sea, by the canal called Flex.
Ah.
It was really cool.
And the guards were, I think, beating up our fans, so we got really angry.
Whoa.
The guards were assholes, so I remember that, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a scandal with the guards, I remember, but it was a hell of a show.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It was a good show, but some fans got injured, and that always makes me mad, you know.
So this was which time?
2004.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Our first European tour. We were quite young at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you. I have to say, I'm a big fan.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, they were one of my favorite bands. So it's kind of for me an honor to interview you today. So
Good to hear. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So you said you were already in Vienna the whole day. What did you do?
Well, I strolled around. I were at MediaMarkt and I bought a new FIFA game for us. I bought a pan flute at the Music Museum.
Yeah.
What else did I do? I had a beer.
Yeah.
I had a ramen soup. Nice. So that was my day.
Ramen is a classical Austrian dish.
Egg noodles and stuff like that.
Spätzli ramen.
What did you do? Do you hang out with
I didn't do anything. I was at the hotel room and editing my photographs.
Did you arrive today or yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Our Instagram is totally depending on him, so he always has a lot of editing stuff to do.
Ah, okay.
That's why you never see me on Instagram, because
On
I'm always
stage.
behind. Yeah, because I don't do music anymore. I just photograph and all those bloody things.
So how is your the tour life at the moment? You said you enjoyed the city. Is it normally that you go to every city, like making a
Well,
tour?
usually when we tour this period of winter, we say to our manager, "Are you trying to kill us?" Because at least somebody's sick all the time if you tour in November.
Really? Yeah. Of
Because of
course.
the cold, and you're in a nightliner with 15 other people.
Yeah.
And
It's impossible. I mean,
you get sick.
look at this. Look at it.
I've been good so far, but I was sick before the tour.
Yeah.
So
Look at it like this. The nightliner is a big camper van. and with can you imagine like six? I don't know how many we are. Like 12 guys.
yeah.
40 plus. The one guy over 30 or light tech, but otherwise it's all like it's unbelievable. People are snoring, people are farting, people are smelling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds amazing.
It is like
That's good. That's why we do interview together.
it's like
That's good, and I do it too.
But imagine a festival on wheels, like with a tent, sleeping in a tent.
It's like that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, we get to meet our audience, and that's always
And each other.
something very, very fun. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You're sick for 2 days,
Yeah.
and then you're back.
Do you have the feeling that the audience in every city is different, or from the behavior and how they?
I think we've been quite, extraordinary. I have to say, we've been really good on this tour, and therefore we have a lot of great, audience. I would say, they seem to like it.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with this tour so far.
You said before you bought a FIFA game for you. Do you play in the?
Yeah, that makes us drink a little bit less, slightly less.
So you get dehydrated.
You get dehydrated, and we get angry on each other and stuff like that. So it's quite good. We grew up in the 90s, and that's where the video games, break through. But we had quite strict parents. So no, I'm kidding. But it was, we were not living in the like millennials. They grew up with video games. But for us, it's still so exotic. So we try to take any minute to play as much video games as we can.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And it kills time.
Yeah, I wasn't even allowed to play video games. So when I was moving out the first time, the first thing I bought is like to play games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of
Same
like
for
a guilty
me.
pleasure.
Same for me. I took the band console and put it in my apartment because I could.
Never left.
No, it never left. It's probably still there.
Yeah.
How do you handle when there is like discussions on tour? Like, because you said you get angry at each other when you play. How do you handle stuff like that?
Yeah, just a handshake,
No, but we have a strict dictatorship in the band, so whatever Björn says, we have to follow.
Okay. Tough one.
We rarely have real fights. I mean,
No,
the
never.
guys who we had fights with, they're gone,
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
they are, I have to say. And
So
if it's
tour
fights
life is
now,
easy
it's more
now.
like, then you take it immediately and then you solve the problem. Don't let it grow.
Okay.
Problem was, before it was harder to do that with some other people. Not saying who.
But we can imagine.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
So
the Incredible Hulk.
yeah. So how is, like, do you have any pre-habits, rituals before you go on stage? Is it-
Yes, you see that bottle over there? It's
Yeah.
I'll go and get it.
Yes.
We have time, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Drink quite a bit from this bottle,
Yes.
and today I'm gonna steal it from our tour manager.
we are sponsored by.
He's gonna wonder where it is,
Okay.
because yeah,
We didn't see
He has a
anything.
reserve over there.
like this.
Oh.
Steal it like this.
Now we kind of like rum, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
we like it.
good to know.
So I steal it.
Perfect.
He's trying to control us.
6 o'clock soon, so it's rum o'clock,
No,
as we call it.
bits and pieces of this one,
Yeah.
and group hug, and then that's it.
And then we sing the
Swedish national anthem. No. Well, actually, when we were really young, we played this old Soviet Union.
Yeah.
We did it as a cover. It was quite a horrible cover, actually, but it's a
Yeah.
great melody. I have
It
to
is.
say.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a very.
Even though
Finland-
Russia is assholes now, so well, not now. They're always assholes, but
But I mean, Finland and Russian national anthem are really beautiful, I think.
So you did this before, but you don't do it now.
No.
oh,
Not anymore.
That was over 20 years ago.
yeah, it was before the Cold War.
Can you still remember your first time, also your first gig together, like the really first one?
It depends on who you're asking, I
Yeah.
guess, because
Yeah.
it wasn't the same gig.
Yes.
No, my first gig was at a youth club
Yes.
together with Daniel
Yeah.
and another guy.
And I was.
But that we were called MANDO DIAO actually
Yeah.
at the time, 1996.
Okay.
Such a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember so much from the gig, but I was very nervous. I remember, and there was like 5 people. So
Okay.
4 years later, I joined at the club called Flamingo,
Oh.
yeah,
and I had bootcut jeans, and I
Yeah.
was really afraid that Gustav was gonna, ravel about that. But it went okay.
yeah,
I didn't have those tight jeans back then. You couldn't get them.
no.
Like, so we had to buy women's jeans instead, because
Yeah.
they were tighter, like in the.
Yeah. That's an old trick actually for
Yeah.
a lot of rock musicians like Jimi Hendrix. They always bought women clothes.
Yeah.
It's a good trick.
Yeah. My mom told me once that she bought her jeans and then got into the bath tube to make it really tight. And then they had to cut her out of her jeans afterwards because she could not move anymore. Like,
True.
it's a little bit crazy
one.
story about
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
And they had
Nowadays
loads
you-
of bread in their hair and stuff like that. You have like this high.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can get everything.
I have a loaf of, I don't know where. Here maybe.
Loaf of yeah. Well, you got a bottle of rum there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any other memorable moments of your tour life, like the last years? What you would say is were great moments to share?
Yeah. I think every night has something really special. We played some really good festivals this year as well.
Yeah.
Dijsbrand was really cool for us, and was one in Spain that was fantastic. Was it in Cadiz or something like
I
that?
can't remember, but I have this.
We always forget where we've been.
But
Yeah.
one moment that was really special for us was we played Mallorca,
Yeah.
like late last year, and that was the first gig there. Our new guitar player Håkan, where he joined the band, and it felt like the band was a unit for the first time in my my career with the band.
It's always been 4 people that's been really good friends, but then a 5th wheel, there's always been, trouble in some way. So finally, after 20 years with 5 guys, they really, dig each other. So
Okay.
it's
And
cool.
do you prefer to play on festivals or like halls like here today in Gasometer?
Don't know really.
I don't know.
Both are
we
good.
always get the question, but it's hard to pick one, Wouldn't live without the other one.
It's like, do you want coffee or tea? Yeah.
Sometimes you like for myself I can imagine sometimes you prefer festivals because it's like you got new people as well, and like with the like stages like in Gasometer you have your crowd, your community.
I guess
This is a good thing actually. If someone asks that question again, please ask it to her because she had a perfect answer for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I now forgot what the answer was, but it was a really good one.
Yeah,
Remember that.
Yeah, but because I think like for me when I was younger I discovered a lot of bands through festivals because there was nothing like Spotify and big players like that. Yet you have to discover it on your own quite more. So also go in the, how you say it was the store where you can buy CDs. I forgot.
The record store.
Yeah, record store.
Oh, Stone Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually a physical thing, back in the days when you had music on a piece of plastic and you put it inside a machine. It's called a CD player. But then even way back in time, you had a vinyl player, and it was even more plastic in those.
Yeah.
And then you put like a needle on the vinyl, and then you got like, Sweet Child of Mine and stuff
Smells
like that.
Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Back in the days.
So how does for you is feeling this whole change in music in the music industry? How do you experience that as a band? Because for like just the consumers myself, it's quite different. Like because for me it's now easier to have access to a lot of music, but of course for you as a band it changed a lot.
I love the access idea, but I think that there's something wrong in the system where for instance, Daniel Ek at Spotify can buy Manchester United or Manchester City, what the fuck it is, and we barely can put food on our tables. It's not that bad, but there's a lot. But there's a lot of there's a lot of musicians. Yeah, there's a lot of musicians struggling with economy, and there's not enough money for the artists, the ones that actually makes the job of doing music. They should earn more money, and it's not fair that someone is taking it away. But I love the idea of it being so free that you can actually use it. So the idea is great, but please don't give the money to the record companies and
Problem is the greediness always,
Yeah.
It is the greediness that kills the world.
Yeah.
In every single bit, not only in music.
I think sometimes it's a little bit sad because when you
If someone like him would share more, it would be easier,
Yeah,
Easy
of course.
peasy. Young bands would come easily out,
Yeah, but
young artists, but it's really hard for them.
Yeah, but it also changed how music is made, I think, because like when you look at the older stuff, like as you said, also Jimi Hendrix and people who they had solos, like really long solos, and nowadays you have to be on TikTok and make it really short, and the hook has to be the first thing. Like it will and I think that changed also a lot.
And I think it's going to change again,
Yeah, that was would be my question. Do you have the feeling it would change to the other
Absolutely,
way
yeah.
around?
It will change, and one thing's for sure, we always stay the same, As a band, we never change because of trends, never.
Yeah.
But
we made a short album now,
Yeah.
and everybody thought it was because of Spotify, but it's not because of Spotify. It's because of us,
And
we
it's
wanted
also
to make short songs, so we felt for it.
But it's also quite interesting, like there's a lot of like indie artists popping up and that are really big. Like for instance, like Ginger Root, that I like a lot. And he has solos and he has long intros and do weird stuff with VHS cameras and stuff like that. So it is.
There's a lot of great digital tools,
Yeah.
Internet is good, but so far, it has to get better, It's a strong, powerful tool that you can use.
But it's still quite new in our
quite new,
lifetime.
and it's
Like,
changing all the time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
God knows what.
I mean, imagine what happened to music industry just from the 20s up until the 60s. I mean, back in the day. And now it sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. You already mentioned it that you don't change so much as a musician, you would say. But what would you say changed over the time, except for the band members?
The gray hair.
Yeah, got some gray hair.
I dye my hair actually.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm completely gray otherwise.
Oh,
Silver fox.
Yeah.
That's nice.
it's also
We
good.
call them silver fox.
I hate my gray hair. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you?
I do.
All right.
I really hate it. Would never show it.
Whatever, CJ. It's fine.
It's not. I hate it.
But what would you say makes your motivation to,
Oh, the motivation.
I think we've become more
Passion.
and more artists over
Yeah.
the years, and less hit makers in a way. I mean, of course, we think about making like hit songs, but it feels like every time we get into a recording studio, we try to give our like creativity 100%.
Yeah, we're a free band. We're in this because we have the big luxury to stay in freedom.
Yeah.
And not all people can do that, but we can, so
Yeah.
I'm never gonna give it up for some fucking idiot somewhere who tells me what to do.
Yeah. What?
It would be pretty bad for us if we wouldn't take the opportunity that we've been given to do what we feel like in our hearts.
We always did. We had a great start as a band in
Yes.
2002 because it was our demos that all the record companies in the whole world wanted to release.
Yeah.
And then they released, EMI released our demos and it became a great success.
Yeah.
So we had a great start,
Yeah.
Not everybody gets that, but we still want to, take advantage of that. And by taking advantage, I mean the freedom, We want to take advantage of the freedom
Yeah.
to, do what we love.
Can you share also a little bit about your songwriting process or the producing process of an album for your followers?
Yeah, it's all in here. This is the songwriting process.
Yeah.
If you hold the microphone,
hold the
then
mic.
you can zoom in here. This is what it looks like.
Can you also describe it for the podcast a little bit?
What we see here is the
Voice memo.
voice memo up, and I don't
Okay.
know if a normal person has this much voice memos, but this is
Nope.
what it starts,
Wow, okay.
and you have like that could be like a chorus or something like that. Yeah, so it goes on and on and on. I don't know how many voice memos, but it just like
A lot of
Yeah.
voice memos.
and then we get together and make them together, and sometimes it starts with a funny thing in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Actually, quite often,
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite often.
or in the bus.
Quite often. This album, Bubbly Cosmetical World, we didn't have any songs. When we went to, we had ideas, and then we put the ideas together. We said, let's make an album in 10 days and
Yeah.
see what happens,
Okay.
So we wrote a song during daytime, all of us, and then we recorded it in the nighttime.
Okay,
So
crazy.
that was, that was fun,
It's also like always trying something new.
Yeah.
Lots of synthesizers and electronic music equipment and stuff like that. It was super interesting to like try to combine that with the rock music and not like do a synth record. It's not that, but like make it dirty with like electronic music as well. Sort of find new ways to work with synthesizers that can actually sound a bit more rock and roll.
Yeah. And what is inspiring you the most? Like, is it also tour life inspiring you to produce?
Yeah, I think we did an album once called Autocracy, and every lyric was about people we met on tour, like crazy homeless people, nightlife people that we met, just real happy stories, real sad stories,
Where would you say is the best nightlife?
The best nightlife in
Which-
Berlin.
You think so? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
That's
says
true.
maybe, but I think it is. If you like clubbing,
You have
sorry,
to go
it's
to
the
Berlin.
best.
I think the best nightlife is out in the woods.
But the
on
best
road.
nightlife for me could be sitting in this hospital light with you guys as well.
Yeah.
So just getting shit faced. So it's different. Depends, on the
Yeah.
company, I would say as well.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
if I would go out alone,
Yeah.
I could easily do it in Berlin.
Yeah, that's true. In
I've done
Berlin,
it
it's
as
yeah.
well, and it works. It doesn't work in Stockholm.
No.
I don't know about here. I never tried to go out
It
alone in Vienna.
depends a little bit. I think it depends on the club where you go. When you go to techno music, I think it's always easier to go alone.
Yeah.
But for example, Flex, who has like also mixed public, it's a little bit different, I would say,
Yeah.
to go there alone.
Are there any good techno clubs in Vienna?
Yeah, Grelle Forelle.
Grelle Forelle.
I think
Yes.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I think it was
You
very
never really
good
know
now
if
when
you've been
said-
in a techno club because you don't remember
No,
when you
exactly.
get there and go home.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I would say that's a quite nice club. It's not too
Yeah.
big because what I think, like for example, in Berlin, I think some clubs are a little bit too big sometimes
Yeah.
to have this. When you like it more,
Yeah.
smaller.
No,
Okay,
5
perfect.
minuten.
Okay.
Grelle Forelle, we have to remember that.
Grelle
You,
Forelle.
are you staying here longer in Vienna?
No, unfortunately not.
But we're gonna come back, so we're probably gonna see each other there.
We always go back,
Probably.
so next time Grelle Forelle.
Where are you going next on the tour?
Zürich?
Zürich, ja.
Die Vorne, Zürich. Ja, ja.
Jo.
In der Schweiz.
And how long is your tour like going on?
To the 17th of December. We played the last gig the 16th of
Yeah.
December.
16th of December.
in
so
Paris.
In Paris, London the day before, right? Yeah.
And then
Paris.
you go
Then we
celebrate.
drive overnight to the fantastic city of Frankfurt where we fly home.
Yeah, what a actually bad ending, I have
I
to
know.
say.
Yeah, I can
Who
totally
the
agree
fuck
with you.
planned that after party on the way to Frankfurt? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes,
think so.
I think we have to do the last after party in London then. We'll do double.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
And so next year, you have any festivals planned where you wanna
Yes,
play?
I think we're
Shitloads.
getting shitloads of festivals. We don't have a tour booked,
But-
because we're not going to release an album next year.
Yeah.
Because that would be crazy. We released an album 7 years in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think it is like that.
That's why I
Yes,
have
it
so
is.
much grey hair.
So it could be good to make an album next year instead.
Okay.
We're going to do that for sure, you know.
Okay, so you're looking forward to that?
Yes, of course.
We're gonna get ourselves a rehearsal studio where we can rehearse together. We haven't rehearsed in
Oh.
15 years.
So rehearse new songs. We don't like
Yeah.
to rehearse old songs. Well, we do actually, but we do it for 3 days and then we go on tour.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't have to rehearse old songs. We want to
No.
do the new ones.
So thank you so much. It was
you.
a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
And thank you for being our guest and
Pleasure.
front of stage with Mando Diao.